needs to eat me. Good evening, sir. Bye.
My boss.
Ah, no. Ah, fuck.
My boss is the best.
Which kind bed?
I can see it
They say
now.
they cheat me.
It's obvious now. For this game, no cheating, no.
Just once this morning. How long that out?
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of TOS. I apologize that it's taking me so long to make a video. It's been a while, but to be honest, a lot of things have happened. I don't have a cameraman anymore. He's gone back to serve, doing his youth service. So, and also I've just been really busy with the other side of TOS also, which is TOS Hub. So I've been attending a lot of conferences, and just trying to get that off the ground and get it running. And life has just also been coming at me at different angles, both good and bad, both good and bad, or on that experience, I would say. So, but it's really weird because, you know that thing where they say that people don't get tasks, or God doesn't give tasks to people that they can't handle. I really truly believe that, because anything that comes at you, there's usually something around you to help you deal with it. And this book, I know I've referenced it before, somehow, somewhere, is either the thing happens and I get the answers here, or I get the answers here before the thing happens. And it's just okay, it helps me understand where I am. But also, man, I think I just needed that time off and just, again, just experience life so I can better talk to you guys and just let you know where my mental state is. And a lot of the things that have just been happening have taught me a great deal of lessons. So yeah, a lot has been happening in my life, and yeah, man, we've just been navigating it and just trying to make sense of it, because and before I even go on, thank you to my friend that I can just call and just talk about certain things, and then they'll give me perspective. I think so. Just completely off topic. If you've listened to the new Dave album, now Dave has a lot of in-depth meaning into his music, but not to dissect the whole thing, but a lot of the recurring theme within that latest album is to do with his name and what that name holds. Obviously, David. My name is also David. So, with that, I just said, like, why does he keep referring to the name, his name, or our name? And then that kind of took me on a spiral journey just to further understand a little bit more about the name David. And don't laugh, but I just started asking questions like, who was David in the Bible? What did he really mean? Can you come? So that it turns out that Dave was really, well, some people described him differently. First of all, they'll start with he was the one that he was a misogynist, or can you come, and then some would say that he was God's favorite, that he had God's heart, this, that, and the other. But then I'm then relating that back to my own life. Like, okay, what does that mean for me? So then I actually called my mom. Like, this is a serious thing. I called my mom and asked her who named me David, like who gave me the name, and it turns out it was my mom. So I was like, why the name? And obviously I'm not going to disclose mine and my mom's conversation, but throughout that conversation I got to understand maybe some of why I am the way I am, and a little bit about, I guess, my responsibilities that were bestowed upon me that I just haven't recognized. And for that just kind of enhanced. At first it was a bit weird, like it took me like a day or two just to like accept it, but I think once I got the understanding of it, it put a bit of a battery in my back and just gave me a further understanding of all these things in my life that has never made sense, and it just provide further clarification. Like, okay, this is who you are. This is, well, I don't want to say what you're supposed to do, but this is who you are, and this is what your name carries. So you operate different. Now when you're operating differently, things are gonna change. And I'm seeing it happen very, very like drastically. Like people have obviously known me a certain way for a very long time. Some people have that idea, or they know that side of you. Do you understand? And then now you're almost like letting that go, or that part of you is like a, if it was like 80% of you is now like 5%. And then you've made friends off of that 80% before. That was you. So that's what you related on, that's what you worked on, that's what bonded you together. Obviously, you're not there anymore, or you're now transcend into something completely different, right? And what I'm realizing, and to not to their fault, not to my fault, is that priorities no longer match, and then there seems to be conflict, whether it be verbal or just through attitude or certain snappy comments that you receive. You can just literally see on both sides, by the way, because I'm also responding differently to certain things that I would normally not respond to or would find absolutely okay, if that makes sense. But I'm really, really seeing the difference, and it's cost me some friendship. Um, it's cost me major discomfort in the sense of places that I'm usually comfortable at or was comfortable at. I don't even want to go there no more, just because it's not a priority. I don't know what if I'm explaining this well. I just have a clear stand on who I am and what I'm supposed to do, or what, or not even what I'm supposed to do, what I shouldn't be doing. If that, and it's easier said than done. Not all things I've given up yet, but majority of the things that I feel I have. And this book, like I said, there was this chapter that I was reading whilst all of this was happening, and it all happened. So it's the title is You Are Always Choosing, and essentially what he's saying is that often the only difference between a problem being painful or being powerful is the sense that we chose it and we have the responsibility for it. So, and that was just, it just captured everything that has been going on with me, because I'm choosing a certain thing. It's not opposed to me anymore. Nobody's saying you have to go and do this, David. You have to want better for yourself. You have to try being in different rooms. Try have a different perspective. Try have a different understanding. Try have a different life. Nobody's telling me to do all these things. I'm choosing to do all these things. You have to be healthier. You have to eat healthy. You have to invest in valuable friendship. So I'm choosing to do all these things, and then it is no longer, well, a problem because I've chosen them, and I'm neglecting everything else that doesn't necessarily abide to the mission or the goal. So I say that to say, and it's yeah, it's been a journey, and also as this whole page obviously is not about me ranting, it's about life in Lagos. What this is what it's looking like at the moment for me, because I've come here to do one thing, and in that one thing I've experienced a millions of things. I genuinely came here to just document as much of Lagos life as possible, to give people outside of Nigeria the 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 different perspective that Nigeria is not necessarily what they think it is. That it's actually very fun and safe, and you can do a lot here, and you can make a lot of money here, and there's a lot of successful people doing that here. But in coming here, the journey has been much more for me, because I am now like the way I'm thinking, the way I'm operating, the way I'm moving, it's just like completely left. It seems like it's changing me more than even I intended to change perspective of others, and it's just giving me clear clarity of what my priorities are. So I'm really grateful in that sense, and I'm happy about it. And I think another thing, I keep saying I think a lot. I don't think. What I'm trying to do with this is essentially just say to whoever, like everything is stages in life, like turn by turn. And I'll give you a clear example of what I mean. Like I'm learning to not judge people or give them like a what the fuck are you doing? Because I'm not where they are. Whether it Do you understand? Like you can't say to someone, why are you doing that? Because you're not them, first of all, and secondly, you're not in that position, so you can't be giving them one weird eye because they're making a different decision than you are. So an example of this is a very good friend of mine when I was with him, and bear in mind at this point I'm still very much, this was prior on my first visit, not on this visit, and he was just like going at his driver like da, 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 like, do you know what I mean? And obviously I'm fresh off the UK, so my whole mentality was my mentality was different. So I'm looking at him, and then we went out, we had a night out, and then I can't remember what led to it. Oh, I do actually. Let's not. But something led to it, and then we had an argument in the car on the way back. And I'm just like, guy, you're such a guinea con person. You don't even treat people nice. Look at the way you shout at your driver, this, that, and the other. I'm going ham at him, based off of where I was. Do you understand? Based off where I was, where I was coming from, I was going ham at him. Like you can't do that to somebody. Now let's wait. Fast forward less than a month. Fast forward less than a month. I'm on the phone to him. I'm like, guy, you know what? I'm so sorry. I understand what you were going through. I understand the stress of trying to find. Anyway, I shall call him to apologize because I caught myself doing exactly the same thing, if not worse, based off of I am now where he sat. So now I can see what he was seeing. I'm experiencing the frustration he was experiencing, and I'm sure he has tried the soft approach, he has tried the teaching, he has tried the, and this is now what it's resulted to, because that's what it resulted to for me. And the only thing I could do was just call him and say, yo, my bad, dog. I get it. And with that in mind, it's just now when I try to explain to somebody that, okay, I'm not interested in that, I'm not doing that, that's not what I want, they may not get it because they're not where I am and they don't sit where I sit. Therefore, you can't explain from now to tomorrow. They will just never get it. But when they get there, they will get it. And that's just what gives me peace nowadays. It's just, okay, cool. We're just sitting at two different places at the moment. And that's just how I'm navigating things at the moment. I'm just trying to, again, I've always reiterated this. I've always desired a life of wholeness, like in whatever true sense that is, just being with nature and people that genuinely bring me joy, people that I respect, good food, health, and that's just my focus, a purpose. So I'm just honing down on those things at the moment. I'm just trying to network as much as possible, of course with the right intentions and the right people. Nothing is ever forced with me. I try to not force anything. If it's not like organic and I'm not giving you any form of value, and vice versa, then there's really no need. But I want to be giving as much as I'm receiving, if that makes sense. So that's just really what I've been doing, essentially. So yeah, it's all just been crazy, up and down madness. Guys, I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning so much about what my values are, and I'm learning so much about the mistakes that I've made. I'm losing a lot of friends too, but I'm also making new ones. Yeah. That's it. Just let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if you've been through similar situations. I don't know if I've articulated well what is really going on, because obviously I don't want to air everything out. But I just hope this makes sense to you guys and what it is. But I'm in all of this, I'm very much at peace. Like, let me be clear. I'm very much at peace. Obviously I have normal life worries, but within me, I know I haven't wronged anyone. I am just doing what is best for me. So yeah. Again, sorry for that it's taken so long for me to come back, and then when I come back, the first thing is I'm ranting. So yeah, I apologize for that, but I will try and bring you guys as much content as possible. And yeah, but can we just push this channel a little bit, guys? Help me push this channel a little bit. Let's get it up to 250 subscribers. I have something great coming for Christmas, and I really like you guys to see it. So let's try to push the channel to 250, and then yeah, I'm looking forward to that actually. So see you guys on the next one. All they see is just your bald head.
Come here.
Where did it? You dropped it.
It's inside the room. So it's okay. Just this one.
Oh your God of tweets.
Yeah, it's God of Trees. Maybe it's first of this song. Maybe it's first of answer 6-3.
Watch me cut you, cock it back with his harpoon. Bruce Wayne, I'm your darkest.
I'm so angry.
She rise up, I'm making so harpoon. Dark horse ride out on a dark foot. Two Rambos, that's you and your Riley. Make a man move like I'm Star-Lord. Let by now, make a more harpoon. And this girl been hurt, I know.
Okay, you know, okay, you did 4, just exact 4.
But just so I can be your friend. Every time that I'm by your side,
Like,
it's love, man, I can't pretend.
Oh,
Baby girl, I'm
sorry.
not good with love. But I'm not trying to make things tense. And I hope that I make you smile in dark times while I'm not even there. And I know that you don't trust people, but just know that I really care. This girl's my ride or die. Your problems are mine, I swear. And if you ever need a hug, look,